Marvel's upcoming Eternals film will be the first time Angelina Jolie is playing a Marvel Comics character, and many people figured she probably would have played one earlier, or a popular DC Comics character as well. Well, the actress recently revealed she's had tons of offers, but comic books just weren't her thing. She never saw fit, and she goes into a few more details on why exactly and why Eternals was the one. When I look at some comments, I truly am shocked that there's quite a lot of people that are like, I don't even know who this person is. Like, I've heard of Angelina Jolie, but I don't get it. Like, what's the deal with her? And again, there is that whole age gap thing, and I do understand that. And I had to kind of like think about it for a second, be like, you know what? Yeah, she hasn't really been in these big blockbuster, like, her name is front and center on a film for the better part of 2 decades now. But at one point, Angelina Jolie was, your top tier actress you just had on everything. Like, she was Lara Croft for many people. Like, that was it, and there was tons of films she was a star of. And you think that at one point they would have asked her, hey, do you want to play something in a Marvel movie or a DC movie? And she did recently sit down and talk to Empire and talk about the fact that she was offered plenty of comic book roles in her career. And she doesn't go into details on which ones, but she says that, those did end up going to other actresses. And she saw that, but to her, it just wasn't something that she was interested in. The specific comic book roles, the way the characters were handled or portrayed, and she was wanting more of a family type role and something that's more than just a character with a cape in that type of setting at that time. And to me, I had to go back and think really hard on the old rumors and the old reports of what was happening. And I remember specifically that there was old magazines talking about how she might have been up for somebody in the old X-Men movies. And the ones that were brought up were the likes of the Phoenix Jean Grey or Mystique possibly. And then on the DC side, I remember there was something with Poison Ivy. There was something with a Harley Quinn very early on that I don't think went far. There was tons of things. I think at one point Catwoman 2 was discussed, but that obviously didn't end up happening. And she says that every time this was happening, it felt like something else was going on and she was doing something else and just it didn't line up. But Eternals, she looked at that. She looked at the idea, the concept, and how different it was from any other comic book thing. And she was like, I want to be a part of this because this isn't like anything they pitched me before. And ultimately, it was this comic book role that convinced her over anything she's ever been offered before, even in the middle of her heyday. Which tells me that she probably didn't make as much money from this as she would have back then, but it was more about having the correct character and not ruining your career at the time. Because, let's be real, some people, it took a while to recover from bad comic book roles. George Clooney, Nicolas Cage, Ryan Reynolds, he just got lucky that Deadpool stuff leaked because he was unhireable after Green Lantern. So she ultimately made the right call, I feel.